Hi guys, welcome back to Nostalgic Sensation. Vivian here. Thank you guys so much for dropping by my YouTube channel today. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've always been here, thank you so much for your support. Today I'm going to be checking out Dave Allen. Dave Allen's thought about Adam and Eve. I think I've checked out one of his should I call it a skit, or like I've checked out one of his videos some time ago. So I really enjoyed that one, but I think it was a bit controversial or something. I can't remember. But yeah, I'm super excited to see this one, mostly because I have always had a specific interest in the Adam and Eve story, because to me a lot of things don't just make sense. And I think the last Dave Allen comedy skit that I watched, um he actually said some things that, basically some questions that are on everybody's mind, but like, obviously the way he phrased it is controversial for me because I'm a Christian and I want to be careful enough not to support blasphemy. But that is just by the side. I mean, we all know it's a joke, we all know that it's comedy, whatever. But regardless, I'm super excited for this one because he actually does, he always, I don't know, he just delivers like key points, like what is on everybody's mind, but then he does it with so much finesse. And then with the way he does the humor thing, I really, 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 really enjoy watching him, especially because of the last one I watched, which I still can't remember which one it was. Without further ado, let's dive right into today's video. But before I dive right into today's video, actually, please do not forget to support the channel by hitting the like button, subscribing, and turning on your notification bell so you don't miss my next video. So without further ado, let's dive right into today's video.
I am what you might call a practicing atheist. I'm quite happy to be an atheist because...
Okay, so I've never heard the phrase practicing atheist before. I do know that atheists are people who don't believe in God. And by practicing, because I mean, we have practicing Christians, like Christians that actually practice the religion, like follow the laws and the rules and the everything of the religion, or practicing Muslims or whatever. But I've never heard the word practicing atheist. But I assume that if I compare in the context of a practicing Christian, I believe that maybe it's probably the same thing, right? I guess. But let me know if I'm right or wrong in the comment section.
Actually, God likes atheists better. We never ask him for anything. We're not bothering him all the time saying, "Oh God, please help me, I'm with this thing." And as a practicing atheist, there's certain things that I travel around the world, and no matter where I go, somebody called Gideon leaves me this book to read. It's an Irish book because it says it all began at the beginning. There are certain things that, when I read the Bible, and I do read the Bible, that I find difficult to understand. I mean, if God has been there forever, what was he doing before he got to us? I mean, what was he out there doing? Was he sitting there going...
Okay, that is a bit excessive. That's a bit rude. But then again, he's atheist. But the question he just asked is actually like the question that have always been on my mind, especially when I was growing up as a child. It's like, okay, before the beginning of the world, what actually happened? Was there an earth before that existed before us? Were there aliens, or is this, I don't know. I've always wondered what existed before the beginning of the world. And that is a good question. It's a good point, actually. But then that thing you just did, I kind of think it's a bit over the top, but I don't want to be too sensitive because it's meant to be a joke.
Bored today, what'll I do? I mean, suddenly from nowhere, he suddenly decided to create a world. I'll make a world, that's what. Make a world, yes, that's what I'll do. Rivers, seas, boom, mountains. Boom, everything is there. I want a garden. I'd like a nice garden. Whack! Garden me. Hate gardening. Need a garden. gardener, spit and dust, Adam. And he, Adam, never once says, where in the name of God did I come from? I mean, he's 40 years of age. He has no child, he has no recall, he doesn't say, how did I get here?
I think that's because he didn't have any prior knowledge, I guess. I guess that's why he didn't ask that question. I guess.
But he's quite happy. He just kind of trundles around the garden, working away. And God is looking at him. And he sees that Adam is happy. I didn't put him there to be happy. I'll put a stop to that. And God, during the night, sneaks.
Is it what I'm thinking? Is that what he's referring to as him putting a stop to Adam's happiness? Oh my God. Is he saying that women, you know what, let me find out. Let me watch this and find out. As if that's what he's actually talking about or where he's headed to.
Sneaks down like a thief and steals, doesn't ask, doesn't request, steals it. His rib. And from his rib, he makes woman. And Adam wakes up in the morning, he's a real thickie. He's lying there, and there's somebody else, he doesn't say, where did you come from? How the hell did you get here? Where did you get those lumps?
I would actually...
Just goes out and goes gardening. And God comes down and has a conversation with Eve and tells her that she can eat of any fruit in the tree in the whole garden with the exception of one fruit tree. He's talking to a woman. He actually tells her not to eat of the fruit. And then when she said, which tree can't I eat? He said, that one over there. He points it out to her. And when he goes and hides, and she sneaks up to the tree, and a snake comes down and has a conversation. A snake. Now, if I see a snake, I'll back off. One starts talking, I'll crap myself.
That the reason she wasn't scared when she saw the snake is because they didn't have the knowledge of like bad, good, evil, whatever. And I think it was quite normal. Like they were quite, one with animals, whatever. And maybe animals used to speak back then, so it was completely normal. Women are not crazy. At the time, it was normal for a snake to speak. It was normal for a snake to be friends with a woman because there was no enmity between them. So women are not crazy. Full disclaimer, I'm representing all women. Women are not crazy and women are not created to stop the happiness of men. Oh my God.
And the snake actually convinces her to eat the apple. And she eats the apple. And when she eats the apple, she learns shame. That's what happens when you eat apples. Now, she's not ashamed that she's disobeyed God or that she's eaten the apple.
He said it was an apple. I mean, growing up, they actually pitched it to us. I remember back then in children's drama, they'll make us use apple. But like, it was never stated in the Bible that it was apple. Apple is not even the most... it's not the best fruit in the world. It's not my favorite. So like, why is everybody like pointing the apple? Like the apple could just be like innocent. Like he could literally be innocent. And we are blaming him for centuries without evidence to prove that he is actually the culprit here. So please, you guys, let's have mercy on Apple. He might not be the one. We don't know for sure.
She's ashamed of one part of her body. That's all. She becomes ashamed of that area of the body. Now, why that area? Why not her elbow? Her nose. Do you actually realize that if Eve had been ashamed of her nose, every woman in the world now would be ashamed of your noses? You'd all be sitting here tonight with little nose knickers on. Men would would be in nightclubs watching totally naked ladies with G-strings on the nose. Take them off. Oh, I saw a nose. And this
even think this far and come up with this. Like, I believe that this man is a very deep thinking person. Like, you need a level of deep thinking to, to play out this whole event in your head and have all these questions. I mean, I've had so much question regarding the Adam and Eve story, but never for once did I ever question, why was she ashamed of her boobs? And here, why not some other place, So I feel like he's giving this topic a lot of thought, because this is crazy. Little nose sneakers on. Oh my god.
the book. This is the book that you'll go into court and place your hand upon. And swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Oh my god, that was so wonderful. Like, I wonder, how does he even come up with this? Like, my biggest question with the Adam and Eve story is mostly centered around the fact that everybody be like, oh, it's Eve's fault, Eve shouldn't have gone there. My biggest question was like, the rules and regulation was actually given to Adam, and he was with her when she got tempted. Like, he was with her when the devil tempted her. I think that was what is there. He was with her, but he didn't interfere. He didn't stop her from like getting tempted or anything, and he ate it regardless. Some people argue that he was not with her, and if he was not with her, her eyes did not open until he ate of the fruit, because when she ate it, she went to give her husband and their eyes opened. I think that is actually how it goes. Her eyes did not open as soon as she ate it, but her eyes opened like after he ate it, meaning the decision was kind of his to take. And I've always been of the opinion that it's Adam's fault that happened. So women are not crazy, and women are not created to stop men's happiness. That is so unfair. But for him to come up with like this level of thinking, he must have actually given it so much thought. Maybe that is why he referred to himself as a practicing atheist. Like, he learns the Bible just to think against it. I guess that is why he's a practicing atheist. Like, maybe he studies the Bible just to like question it and like make his faith in atheism stronger, because I mean, truly, in every religion, I believe there are questions that have not been answered, or questions that there are no answers to for one reason or another. And growing up, it has been like my biggest challenge as a Christian, like so much questions, so little answers. But as I grow older, I had to understand that you cannot have all the answers, because that is how it's meant to be. And you cannot question God, because our wisdom is like foolishness before God. And like the whole concept of faith and religion is to have faith in God, regardless of what you see, what you know, the questions you have. Just have faith in him like a child. So that is what I'm starting to learn, to let go of all those questions, to make the journey easier for me. So yeah, he actually touched on very like many questions that I had, and questions I did not have. Like, who would have thought that? I mean, I never thought she could have been ashamed of any other part of her body, and the nose analogy was so freaking funny. Oh my god. But I really enjoyed it as usual. The only part that was a bit like was the part where he kind of mimicked God and did all this funny silly things. So trying to be careful here, whatever. So let me know in the comment section if you're also a practicing atheist, or if you're an atheist, or if you're a Christian, and how you feel about these jokes, if you resonate with the questions he had as well growing up, or if you didn't, or if you even have the answers to these questions, because there could be someone who has all the answers and has gone to the Bible theology school, has done all the history studying, and probably has all the answers. And let me know if you think it's Adam's fault or it's Eve's fault that men fell. But overall, this was an amazing one, and I hope you equally enjoyed it. Until next time, guys, please do not forget to support the channel by hitting that like button, commenting, and letting me know what you think about this video in the comment section. And you can now make special requests through Buy Me a Coffee, and the link will be in the description down below. So until next time, guys, bye.